So, we can move on to the next part of the stream, which is going to be a commentary. So, okay, let's get a little bit of context here. He is basically mocking Ironmouse, really. So, and about Ironmouse, she's, as you can see, Ironmouse is a VTuber. She is born with a rare immune disease called CIVID. She can't go outside. She's prone to lung disease. She can't walk very well. She has to have like a pacemaker in her chest in order for the nurses to inject medicine into her heart. She has to have plasma in order to like feel better. So, and her life is, you've heard of her, that video where she left Shoujo, yeah. Shoujo, I had a feeling it was not gonna be a good company. For those who want to do VTubing, stick to being an independent VTuber. Now, I do support VTubers. She doesn't want to show her face on stream. He has every right to do so. This guy, not only does he insult her for not showing her face on stream, there are other things that he's done just to not only slander her, but also basically defamate her character in a way. And there was also a situation from the VTuber Awards where it really blew my mind a bit, because the VTuber Award, she did not win this year. A lot of us, I'm pretty sure a lot of us were expecting Ironmouse to win again this year. Like, what, 5th year in a row? Maybe 4th year? She didn't win this year. In fact, there was someone who won the VTuber Award. His name was Peanut1 or something like that. Claims to be a VTuber. I saw a video clip of him. He is not a VTuber. So the VTuber Awards was rigged. He stole the award from other VTubers. And he looks like he just became a streamer. Yeah, what the hell is right? He looks like he just became a streamer. And he stole the award. I don't know how he became popular so fast in a short amount of time, but let me tell you something. This Peanut guy is an absolute bully. He's an absolute bully. He hates VTubers and he claims to be one. Isn't there a clip of him hating on VTubers? Yes, there is. You want to know something that really pissed me off about this? About the whole Peanut guy? He said about Ironmouse, claiming that she is a 40-year-old man behind a 15-year-old model, a 15-year-old girl. That is defamation of character. If I were in Ironmouse's shoes, I would hire an attorney and sue this Peanut guy for defamation of character, because that is just not right. That is slander beyond anything. And she should have the right to sue the Peanut guy. This guy is not Peanut, by the way. This guy is some idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. And we are going to watch and react and commentate about what he's going to say. Bear in mind, no one should get bullied. Ever. It doesn't matter how old you are. This is not school. And if you're going to bully somebody, you might as well should just tape your mouth shut for the rest of your life. Okay? No one should bully. He's just jealous he can't be as big as Ironmouse. Yeah, he looks like he's... You want to know something? This guy looks like he's a really struggling college student in a really poor job, and is probably streaming just to try to get by, and is very desperate about it. Desperate for the, he's also desperate for attention. Well, he's getting the attention. This is, like, my very first time commentating on stream. But I will say this. There is no bullying whatsoever. I do not bully. I am not a bully. Okay? Let's make this absolutely clear, guys. I am not a bully. I don't bully. I never, ever be mean to anybody. Ever. Even though there are some things that I do not support, certain movements, certain communities that I do not support, that does not mean that I can't be friends with somebody. And it doesn't mean that somebody has the right to bully me just because I don't support certain things. And just because I don't support certain things doesn't mean that I'm going to bully somebody. Okay? Let's get something straight here. I'm not a bully. I will never be a bully. If you think that I'm going to bully just because I don't support certain things, you are dead wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself. This guy should be ashamed of himself for bullying Ironmouse and other Vtubers. And he's not the only one. Yeah, this guy's a weeb and he's picking on Vtubers. The irony of it all. Let's go ahead and react to this guy.
When is the last time you felt seen without the character being present? And I'm talking to the real her. And the whole entire Vtuber community who's going through this shit. I know what y'all going through.
10 seconds, 11 seconds into this. How do you know what people are going through? Wait a minute. When are you going to be seen? Let's go back.
When is the last time you felt seen?
When is the last time you felt seen? Why do you think that she wasn't seen at all? Why do you think that she wasn't seen at all? Is it because she's not using her real face? Is it because of that? Because this is pretty much about her not using her real face. Period. When she's streaming. She's just using a VTuber model. She's not using her actual face. Number one, dude, you're absolutely wrong. She is seen. She's being seen. Whether she's using a VTuber model or not. And she has every right to not show her real face.
Without the character being present.
She has every right.
And I'm talking to the real her. And the whole entire Vtuber community who's going through this shit. I know what y'all going through. Behind the scenes. I know what y'all going through. The thoughts is not yours. Y'all just be chilling, rehearsing, and then y'all gotta snap out of it. It's like the character keep putting thoughts in y'all mind. Y'all be talking to yourself using the avatar voice. You gotta snap out of it. Oh shit.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? You guys know what this guy's talking about? Rehearsing? Behind a character? Is that what I'm hearing? Kind of confused as to why he thinks the avatar is sentient. I am wondering about that too, to be perfectly honest with you. I am trying to figure out right now why he thinks that streamers, VTubers, are rehearsing behind the character when they're literally not, unless they want to go into character, which is kind of rare. But I digress. Nobody is actually rehearsing when they're streaming. Nobody rehearses. Okay? Nobody rehearses when they're streaming. I don't rehearse. I don't fucking rehearse. I don't rehearse when I'm streaming. I don't practice when I stream. Granted, I don't talk a lot when I stream, but I'm talking a lot right now to you guys. I think he thinks the avatar is some sentient demon. Oh, just wait a minute. You wait. Rehearsing. Let's go back a bit.
Y'all just be chilling, rehearsing, and then y'all gotta snap out of it. It's like the character keep putting thoughts in y'all mind. Y'all be talking to yourself using the avatar voice.
Avatar voice? Am I hearing that right? Using the avatar voice? Are you talking about voice acting? Because that's not what's going on when VTubers are streaming. There are actual VTubers who are literal voice actors. But they're not getting into other characters that they voice act. They're just being themselves as VTubers. You know, I think yeah, I think they show their real voice too. Hell, I'm using my real voice and I'm not even VTubing yet. I'm still gonna use my real voice. In fact, why does he think? I think I have an idea what he's talking about, and it's Ironmouse's voice, because it's pretty high pitch, and it sounds like a little. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it does sound. But she does sound pretty high pitch. But I know she's an adult. She's an adult. In fact, I have cousins who are adults, and they sound like they're still fairly high pitched. Okay. I have adult cousins who don't sound different. And that's okay. That's okay. Puberty doesn't always attack your voice to make it deeper. In fact, all my life I thought my voice was technically the same, but it got a little bit deeper, but it sounds the same to me. So, I don't understand why he thinks that you have to rehearse as a different voice, as a different character. You have to rehearse your voice to make it sound like different. Like hey, I'm just a hillbilly, but I don't sound like a hillbilly. So I just you see what I mean? People don't do that. In fact, there are VTubers who use voice mod to change their voice, but that's only because they want to I want to say get into character a little bit and have fun when they're gaming. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, there are streamers who do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Using voice mod to change their voice. There are those who don't use their webcam at all. There are people who don't use webcams at all to disguise their voices. Because they don't want to be stalked. Okay?
You gotta snap out of it. Oh, shit. Number 2. Ironmouse. Has the avatar ever said something you wish you could say? Y'all just witnessed in the video, the avatar said, y'all can ask me anything.
Before we get into this, as a PNG tuber, my avatar doesn't control me at all. All my avatar is a picture. I don't rehearse. I can't even do voices for my D&D characters. Why would anyone think that I would be able to do a whole ass separate voice for my PNG avatar? Exactly, Glitch. Exactly. Now, if I were to do voice acting, I would do different voices. But this is not for like when you're streaming. This is not for like when you do when you're like trying to like when you're. This is not rehearsal when you're streaming. You're not rehearsing when you're streaming. But you're making a really good valid point here. When VTubers stream, they usually don't do separate voices. They don't do separate voices. They do their actual normal voices. Sometimes some people do like a little bit of a different voice, just that way they can get into character a little bit. But that's totally fine. That's totally fair. But they're not rehearsing. Nobody rehearses when they stream. And if they do, if people do rehearse when they stream, they're rehearsing for a play. They're rehearsing for like voice acting for a movie or a game. This is not rehearsal. This is not rehearsal at all. Now, let's get into the second thing that he's trying to make a point on, which literally, he's not winning his case. He's literally not winning his case. It would be so draining to try to do a separate voice, at least for me. Yeah, I agree.
Ironmouse, has the Avatar ever said something you wish you could say? Y'all just witnessed in the video, the Avatar said, y'all can ask me anything. But she was physically shaking behind the scenes.
Here's something that really bothers me when he said that. How the hell do you know she was physically shaking when she was literally saying, ask me anything? How? How do you know that? How the hell do you know that? How the hell do you know that she is physically shaking when she more than likely wasn't? She was literally comfortable even behind, she was literally comfortable on stream even though she was behind a character. She was not, as far as I know, she was not shaking. She was comfortable with what she said. She was not shaking. If she was shaking, it was because of her immune disorder. This is not nerves. She was not nervous at all. In fact, she doesn't, I'm pretty sure she doesn't, like, get the audience to her. Or, like, let the audience get to her so much. So, this is just puzzling to me. On how he would know that but Ironmouse, or any other VTuber, would be shaking in their boots when they say, ask me anything. Guys, ask me anything. I'm so ready to... No. That's not how it works, buddy. You don't know that she was shaking. You don't know that. You haven't seen her in real life. You haven't met her in real life. You don't even know what she's going through.
She was scared as fuck.
Okay, I know that I literally just played it and just immediately paused it.
She was vulnerable, but the Avatar, she was physically shaking behind the scenes. She was scared as fuck. She was vulnerable, but the Avatar took control so she could hide behind that.
How do you know she was scared? This is basically what I was trying to say earlier. How do you know that she was scared? And like, why do you think that the character was like literally controlling her body? How the hell does one control? How the hell does a digital model that's in a screen? How does that control a physical being? She's not possessed in any means. In fact, she is the one controlling the character. This guy seems really real, and that's coming from me. I think he meant in a figurative. I don't know, man. I don't know, Kit Kat, but he thinks he thinks that she's being possessed by her character.
That should possess this little girl, huh?
See what I mean?
Took control, so she was physically shaking behind the scenes. She was scared as fuck. She was vulnerable, but the Avatar took control, so she could hide behind that. That shit possessed this little girl, dog. I have no clue who this motherfucker is, but I feel so bad for her spiritually. Seriously.
He's saying like she's possessed by a demon. He's saying this like that Ironmouse is possessed by a demon. Even though that her model is a demon? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say? That she's possessed by a demon when her character is literally a demon? Is that what you're trying to say? Dude, you're getting it all wrong. You're getting it all wrong. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I feel like you can argue that the Avatar calms her nerves, but giving him That seems a bit of a stretch. Yeah, no fucking. Not everybody is comfortable showing their faces on camera. And being a VTuber model can actually make them feel comfortable. And if they don't want a VTuber model, they could just turn the camera off and stream that way. They have every right. Anybody that anybody can actually do that. Hell, when I first started streaming, I was pretty nervous. I was nervous when I showed my face on stream because I was traumatized from the cyberbullying that I went through over the years. Because I was scared that I was going to get judged because of my face, because of my appearance alone. But no. That was. But yeah, it's just doesn't make sense that you would think. The delusional is real. The bullying, from what I'm seeing right now, is real.
I repeat, listen to me. Has the avatar, has the character you created, which is Ironmouse, ever said something that you wish you could say, and y'all just witnessed it? The answer is yes. She said, y'all can ask me anything. Man, you know damn well she don't want to be up under that pressure. This is why I would have asked her these questions. Man, they would have had to get me up out the whole Streamer Awards because I would have been asking deeper questions. These psychological questions. These are questions that they want people to ask them.
And I'm going to rewind this real quick. That way I can understand what I'm hearing right. Because this does not make sense at all. That's just taunting. Yeah, it is taunting! He's literally taunting her!
Ironmouse, has the avatar ever said something?
As someone who once used a webcam on stream, that shit drained my social battery more than streaming normally does. That's why I switched to VTubing. It's also a good way to do so. If you want to keep on streaming, but you're mentally drained because you're using your face, it's okay to use an avatar. It's okay to use an avatar. In fact, VTubing has been around probably, if I recall correctly, I've seen VTuber models before the pandemic. And I thought that was really different because, you're not using a real face. You're actually using a model to actually be on, use on stream. You're controlling this model. Because not everybody's comfortable. And like you said, social battery was drained. That sometimes happens to face cam.
Ironmouse, has the avatar ever said something you wish you could say? Y'all just witnessed in the video, the avatar said, y'all can ask me anything. But she was physically shaking behind the scenes. She was scared as fuck. She was vulnerable. But the avatar took control so she could hide behind that. That shit possessed this little girl, dog. I have no clue who this motherfucker is, but I feel so bad for her spiritually. Seriously. I repeat, listen to me. Has the avatar, has the character you created, which is Ironmouse, ever said something that you wish you could say, and y'all just witnessed it? The answer is yes. She said, y'all can ask me anything. Man, you know damn well she don't want to be up under that pressure. This is why I would have asked her these questions. Man, they would have had to get me up out the whole Streamer Awards because I would have been asking deeper questions. These psychological questions. These are questions that they want people to ask them.
This guy's mental. This guy's very mental. Not stable, though. He's a bit unstable. In fact, I think he's pretty salty beyond compare. If I'm being honest with you, he's just salty as... He's more salty than the ocean. He's a lot more salty than the ocean. What's going on is that this guy's jealous. I can see jealousy in this guy. Not because he's not a VTuber, but the fact that I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have a lot of views. I'm trying not to be mean about it, because I'm usually pretty serious in this. Okay, let's be real. We're on that one. I'm usually pretty serious in situations like these. This guy does not know what he's talking about. Okay? He does not want to know he's... In fact, he literally thinks that Ironmouse's avatar has possessed her physical body, which is just insane to me. It's absolutely insane how he or any other person who is not a VTuber and really hates VTubers could actually think of something like that. That is just diabolical. It is insane. It is straight up bullying. You can claim that you're not a bully all you want, but this video has the evidence. Your own psychology claim is just absolutely wrong and disgusting. She did not sound nervous at all. In fact, if she was literally shaking, her VTuber model would shake. She was not shaking. She was not nervous. Okay? There's little evidence. Because you control the model. The model does not control you. Okay? There's something very wrong with this guy. It's not the fact that because he's wearing a pink shirt. Or the fact that he has DVD Dragon Ball Z posters right behind his head. Hanging on a wall. Being the hypocrite that he is. There's really something. And he's nothing more than an absolute bully. He could claim that he's not a bully all he wants. But the facts are the facts. And this video is the absolute proof that he is a bully. All because he hates people who are using 2D or 3D models or PNG images just because they're not using their actual faces? And he claims that they're possessed? Come on, man! And you think that the avatar is the one asking these things, saying these things? Come on, man! Let's be real here. Let's be realistic. Because this is not real. This is not being real. This is actually being fake. You are a fake person. You are not being logical in any sense whatsoever. I know I stop the video every few seconds. But I stop the video whenever there's a pause. Because it sounds like there's a sentence. And that's enough of a pause for me to pause the video. Let's keep that in mind, guys. He's as fake as his non-existent hair. All he's wearing is a hat. Show us your hair, dude. If it's there, it's there. If it's there, you're real. If it's there, you're real. If it's not there, you're not real. How's that? Take the hat off, dude. You're inside of a house. You should take your hat off. How impolite. But yeah, he's as fake as his non-existent hair. It's absolutely fake. He's as fake as his realism. He's as fake as his whatever logic he's trying to go for. But he's so fake. He's absolutely fake. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's probably as fake as his non-existent popularity. He's probably that fake. You're more fake than the Vtubers who are actually. So, let's go ahead and. This is ridiculous. This guy's claim is ridiculous. But his number 3 thing in the video is what's gonna trigger a lot of us.
Number 3. You, the real you. If your avatar, if Ironmouse, disappeared today, who would still love you for who you really are?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, chat? Did you fucking hear that? This guy had some nerve to even ask a question like that! Couldn't hear him that well, won't lie. Okay, let's see. Go ahead and increase this a little bit on the OBS. Maybe that'll help you.
Number 3. You, the real you. If your avatar, if Ironmouse, disappeared today, who would still love you for who you really are?
Get that now, Snake? This guy had the nerve, the absolute nerve, to ask a question like that about Ironmouse, about any VTuber in the VTuber community. He had the absolute nerve to ask that question like that. If she showed her real face instead of her VTuber model, would her fans still love her? Absolutely! Absolutely!
If Ironmouse disappeared today, who would still love you for who you really are?
Everybody. Everybody. Everybody would still love Ironmouse for who she is. Who she still is. Not just because of the model. It's not always the model that makes it her famous. It's her personality of what she stands for and what she's been doing for her community, for herself, for everything, for everybody who is in the same situation as she is in. You had the nerve to ask that? You had the nerve to ask that. Well, shut the fuck up and get out of here. Shut the fuck up. This literally triggers not just me, but a whole lot of other people. Even those who are not VTubers. This guy's a straight up bully. This guy's a straight up bully. I would not be surprised if he bullied in school. Would not be surprised. If I was his mom, I'd whoop his ass. You heard me? I'd whoop his ass if I was his mother. Ooh, you would have no idea. Bullying is would not be tolerated. This question is just straight up bullying. And yeah, Kit Kat is right. That's pushing it. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if he got banned by a VTuber and is now projecting. Oh, I probably say that he wouldn't get banned by a VTuber, but he would get banned by somebody. But yeah, if you want, I can reset the entire video so you can listen to it. I'll try my best not to pause it, and When we get to the third part of his ridiculous question, that's when we stop to think. That's when we that's where we're at. So
Number 3. You, the real you. If your avatar, if Ironmouse disappeared today, who would still love you for who you really are?
this is where we stopped at. And I said in wholeheartedly and passionately, and not to mention a little bit of anger mixed into it, every fan, every true fan of Ironmouse would still love her. Everybody. Because she is doing what she has been doing for her community. She's been doing things for her charities, for people who are like her, and not just herself, not just for herself. She is helping people around the world who are in the same situation as she is. As rare as the condition that she's in is, she is helping.
These is the questions I would have asked her. How would she have asked? How do y'all think she would have answered them? She would have been shaking. Oh my God, he's getting to my heart. Oh my God. Yes, I wore pink to match his aesthetic. I got pink to match his aesthetic.
You're wearing pink to cover up the fact that you're so full of shit. Okay? You're wearing pink to cover the fact that you're so full of shit. People say that true men wear pink, and he is not a true man. He is not respecting women.
Number 4. Do you ever feel like the character is living the life you were supposed to live? Remember, the character shows up to the streamer awards, not the real person. The real person is not living none of this life.
Okay, she cannot. Here's the thing that he does not understand at all. She has a very bad immunity disorder. Hello. Okay. Umbria, thank you for the 3 months of Prime. Anyways, as I was saying, she cannot leave her house because of her disease that she has and has had for years. It probably was probably she had when she was born. She cannot leave her house. She is prone to lung disease because of her immunity disorder, because of CIVID. That is what she has. It is a rare immunity disorder that makes her more sick than the average person. And she cannot leave her house. That is why she has assistants. That is why she has friends who care about her. And she can use the monitor that her friends have basically given her to explore around with her VTuber model. And she actually controls the monitor. Now, her friend. Now, I'm not gonna mention her friend that has been supporting her through thick and thin, but her friend has been assisting her, taking her to places that she's never seen and she wants to see. Because she can't, because she is sick all the time because of her immune disorder. You're making fun of her. You're making fun of her because okay. You are a literal psychotic bully. And honestly, you need to be exorcised. You need to go through an exorcism. If you think that she was possessed by her own VTuber model, how about you go through a freaking exorcism yourself?
They're not receiving nothing. They're anonymous. Do you ever feel like the character Ironmouse Remember, the character shows up to the streamer awards, not the real person. The real person is not living none of this life. They're not receiving nothing. They're anonymous. Do you ever feel like the character Ironmouse is living the life you were supposed to live? Maybe this person felt like they supposed to been a big ass streamer just like the rest of y'all, like singing and everything. But now they put everything into this, and it became something so much more. Now it's like, damn, they like a prisoner in their own shit. It's weird when you a VTuber, bro. You can't do nothing. You gotta stay in character at all times, or you gonna lose those kids. People gonna start getting on your head. She's changing. This all weird shit.
I'm gonna replay this so I can actually understand what I actually heard, because that just went by pretty. And what I heard is nothing but a bunch of gibberish. I'm gonna try to understand it a little bit more.
They're anonymous.
He's not anonymous. He did not go to the VTuber Awards anonymously. Like I said, she cannot leave her house. She could easily die.
Do you ever feel like the character Ironmouse is living the life you were supposed to live? Maybe this person felt like they supposed to been a big ass streamer just like the rest of y'all, like singing and everything. But now they put everything into this, and it became something so much more. Now it's like, damn, they like a prisoner in their own shit. It's weird when you a VTuber, bro. You can't do nothing.
He's absolutely wrong. He is very wrong. There are people who don't use their webcams on stream. People who are not V. And they are famous. They are famous. They do what they love to do. They are living the life that they have dreamed of. Ironmouse is living the dream she wants to dream. She is she is living her life to the fullest because of the supporters that she has gained through the faith of God. And I know I shouldn't be adding religion into this, but it's the faith and grace of God that has helped her go through the cycles of the life that she has, the hell that she went through. And you're mocking her for thinking that she is not living the life because you think that she is jealous because of an avatar is living her life? Hell no. An avatar is not living her life. She is living her life. She is controlling the avatar. The avatar is not controlling her. If you ask me, you gotta get your facts straight. Everybody, and I don't know if you're in a third world country or anything that doesn't support this kind of rights, but let me tell you something. She has a right to privacy. She doesn't want to show her actual face. She has a right to not show her face. Some people forget that it's me, the same person behind the model / PN. Yeah, no kidding. It's still gonna be me when I get my VTuber model. Ironmouse is the same person which she uses her VTuber model. There's no possession or any other shit that you're talking about whatsoever. This guy is an absolute bully. Mocking not just Ironmouse, but other VTubers. And he is targeting Ironmouse. Look at me. Hey, I'm not attractive either, dude. But this guy, he's ugly. And I'm not saying that to be racist. I'm not racist. but being a bully is ugly. Being a bully is ugly. This attitude that he was doing on this video is ugly. So, see, it's not the appearance that makes you think. More of the personality and how you handle things in life makes you do good. Right now, he's not doing good. He is not doing good whatsoever. If he gets banned, yeah, thank you, God. But if he's not banned from the cyberbullying that he has committed, let alone the violation to her privacy, internet's doomed. In fact, it's been doomed, but still, internet's doomed. Especially for VTubers. Because he thinks that VTubers do not have a right to privacy. He thinks that the avatars are possessing real-life people, but they're really not. Here is something that I'm going to have an example with. I thought of this while I was on BRB. Now, you know the movie series Avatar, right? When they're using models in the movie, who is controlling the models? The models are not controlling the people are controlling the models. They're going through the character, but the reason why I'm using this as an example, Umbreon, let's be serious about this. This is not the right time. But let me be clear about this. Models don't control you. In fact, the person controls the model. Okay? He thinks that Ironmouse is possessed. The real person is possessed. No. No. If you saw her, if you claim that she was shaking, you should have seen you would have seen the model shaking, being all nervous and all that shit. She was not nervous. She was not nervous. In fact, she was really comfortable at saying, "Ask me anything." She could, if she was like in a healthy condition to go to the VTuber awards, she would do it, and more than likely would have to wear a mask to protect her identity, because there are stalkers who will want to get a piece of the person behind the VTuber. Guys, this is that's serious. Respect people's privacy. Respect boundaries. Respect the fact that they are human at the end of the day. Okay? No one's perfect. Ironmouse is living her life as a streamer, content creator, and an amazing opera singer. She has an amazing opera voice. And with her high-pitched voice, with her high-pitched voice, it really amazed me. It really did amaze me. Like I said before, I would not be surprised if he's one of those jealous small streamers wanting to get attention and get like 1 million viewers, 1 million followers just for this. Would not be surprised if he's doing this just to get attention. I'm not doing this to get attention. I'm doing this to prove a point. I'm a face cam streamer, but I'm a fan of Vtuber. I'm not a bully like he is. And I'm not gonna be like this peanut guy who won the Vtuber award, who is literally not a Vtuber, who is using his actual mouth through a peanut suit. He's riding the hate train because of the shit Rakai and the other dumbass. Yeah, no. Yeah, you heard about the VTuber Awards, didn't you, Umbreon? That Ironmouse didn't win. And I'll be honest, it was a bit of a shocker that a non-VTuber won the Vtuber awards, and I gotta say, that's stupid. That's bullshit. It's a Vtuber award, not the overall streamer award that was in this category. It's Vtuber. That's just fucked up. I think the award should be investigated because something's really wrong with it. I think it needs to be investigated. Anyways, my overall thoughts about this bullshit video is that he is a bully. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and for sure, still here just listening while I play. And he's for sure doesn't respect what people do for good. He doesn't respect privacy. He just wants to see people's faces and make fun of them. More than likely want to make fun of them. Like I said, he's as fake as his non-existent hair. Non-existent hair on top of his head. Boys, that's the commentary part of the stream. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to go ahead and play some Pal World. I really need to get rid of the tension that I just built up, because it's just not fun. Burnt Peanut has been banned around 47 times on TikTok for sexual aggression and strict language rules. You know what really fucked up about what he said? He called Ironmouse a 40-year-old man behind a 15-year-old avatar girl. That's defamation. If I was in Ironmouse's shoes, I said this earlier, by the way. If I was Ironmouse, I would hire an attorney and sue the guy for defamation. Sue him for slander. If possible, get him stripped from the Vtuber awards. That guy's nothing but a bully. And this guy is psychotic and needs to go to church. This guy's like literally psychotic. I would not be surprised if he's the one possessed by a demon. So, I want to make this personal message at the end of this commentary. This personal message is to Ironmouse and any VTuber who have been harassed and cyberbullied because they don't use their real faces when they're streaming, and all because that they're using an avatar to stream with, which honestly I think it's very much okay to do so if you are totally fine with it. My message to you guys, especially to Ironmouse, is that I am very sorry that you have been harassed and you have been bullied, and I know you've been doing your best to ignore this, but I would like to let you know, as someone who has been cyberbullied myself over the years, during my teenage years especially, and I know you're not a teenager, but I would like to say that I'm here for you. And if you ever need someone to talk to, and I know you have a lot of friends to talk to, but I would be more than happy to talk to you as well. And I would also like to say that I am sorry that you or any other VTuber who was nominated, neither of you won the VTuber award. I am sorry about that. I personally don't think that Burnt Peanut deserved to win the VTuber awards, since my community and I have done some research on this guy. I don't think he deserved to win. I think he should be disqualified and stripped from his award. So, and I think it needs to be investigated personally, because I have a feeling that it was rigged and all that fun jazz. So, yeah. I hope this message goes to you, and all your community as well, and to let you know that I'm here for you. My friends, some of my friends are here for you who are also fans. Um, and I hope that you guys are doing okay and doing well, mentally and physically, and not to mention spiritually. So I hope you are doing well as well for uh on your condition as well, Ironmouse, on the disease that you have been fighting for pretty much a good chunk of your life. So I hope that you're doing well. And that's all I gotta say about this. I apologize for the stuttering, but it's not scripted, but you know, it's my personal message to you, so I thought I'd get it out for you. Anyways, that's all it's gonna be it for me. I will talk to you guys in the next stream, the next video, or whenever. Until then, later. Never give up hope. Always have faith.